Hello and welcome again to Forgotten Temples Cambodia with myself, Mr. B. Now what you just saw there was an opening shot of me panning up, and you can see my shadow and of course the shadow of my most excellent hat. Then you see the temple. Well, that temple is literally there. It's directly behind you. And this one holds a very unique place in my heart because of all the temples in the Angkor Wat complex, this would be my favourite. And the mystery is, I have no idea why. It's coming here. I feel a sense of serenity. Maybe it's these mighty walls that surround me and hold me with their strength. Maybe it's the open area. I don't know, but I really do like this place. And what I'll be showing you as we go around this temple is that this temple kind of metamorphosizes. And as we go in, I'll be able to show you that. But it is truly unique and it's a great little place. So why not spend the next 10 minutes with myself seeing something truly wonderful and wonderfully ancient. So this is where the opening shot was taken, and of course this is the view. Now look at this, you see, look how big this is. There's actually someone sitting in there. I can just zoom in for a moment just to show you. Can you see them? They are just in there. So that gives you an idea as to how big this place is. And it's so nice to have all this big space. I mean, it reminds me of a castle, an old English castle. You've got these big walls and this large enclosure. Now, of course, the reason for the temple is the central shikra, the central temple there. So it's for us to go and have a look. And it's quite nice because the sun has just gone in. It is an absolutely blazing hot days that are followed by unbelievably humid nights where unfortunately on occasions we get power cuts and you literally just sit there and the sweat rolls down your face and your back. It's unbelievably humid. Now I believe they would quote this potentially as a library. I'm still learning that one because some of these buildings were in fact libraries. And speaking to a very knowledgeable Cambodian chap, an older guy, he explained to me that they have found bits of parchment, writing and so on that does say that some of these rooms, like this one over here, let's have a quick look, because I've never spoken of these before. There's so much to see when I do these temples that it's me just giving you a flavour. It is for you to come out and expand on the story. So buildings like this, you see, right here, could potentially have been a library. But of course, that's all dressing for the main feature, which is up these stairs. And up the stairs we go. Now these are sensible stairs, but I see that things are about to change. Right. As we come in, we have the place to ourselves, it looks. I do love the light coming through a doorway like that. It's very peaceful, isn't it? And look at these. These are monstrous stairs. These are exceptionally steep and I won't be able to operate the camera. Actually, there's a sign here as well advising me of something. Yes, Mr. B, be careful. Now, before we go up the be careful stairs, I wish to show you something. And I think it will display and it will give me some comprehension as to why I love this temple so much. Because it's an illusionist. It seems to be quite the magic man. It looks pretty much like every other temple in some ways, but it isn't. It's bigger, but it doesn't really show you its might. It's some sort of incredible trick of the brain. It twists your melon a bit, because it's only when you get up close you appreciate that. So allow me to walk away and you'll see what I mean, because I will start to get smaller. This thing is absolutely vast. And it's only when you get up close to it, you can see it's like some god has descended from the sky in temple form. And it seems to send a message. That is, I am insignificant compared to it. And yes, I have an amazingly good hat, but still insignificant. Whereas this, well, he commands all the attention. And here I am at the top. Now, these stairs, golly go. Now, there's a set of stairs here, you see, which are jolly steep. Then there's a little bit of a, you know, a break there. And then just there, where that line is, that is where the next lot just plummet to earth. There's no gradient really, apart from scary. If there is a gradient called scary, that's where it belongs. But there's a reason we come up here, and the first thing we see is, of course, the view. Have a look. Isn't that majestic? It's an enormous temple. It's a magician. It's an illusionist. He's a trickster, this one, because I never knew why I loved him so. Out of all the grand temples here, it's this one that's always caught my eye. And seeing as we're up here, it's time to have a look around. And I'm getting quite the breeze. We're more elevated than I even imagined. I mean, look at this skyline over here. Now, this lintle's been damaged. Somebody's disappeared from the centre there. And here, look at this. You see this lovely lady with these clouds just wisping away into the distance. It's set, isn't it, to be a temple in the sky, this one. And here, uno, due, tre, quattro, 4 lines, all of them a bit depleted. I suppose this temple is all about privilege. If you're privileged enough to get up to this higher level and you've made the journey, that is what sets you apart. It's the anticipation of coming to the Holy of Holies, the centre of it, which, as you can see, our entrance is barred to. But look at that. As the light streams from behind it, it's like the trickster himself is playing one last trick, one last illusion. Let me bring out the sun whilst you stand there. This temple is special, and now I know why. Now, just to give you an idea as to the illusions this temple can cast, down there in that corner, right there, what seems like another planet away, is where we started this video. I was right in the corner of those 2 walls. It's quite incredible, isn't it, when we start comparing the sizes here. So there is our darling Pre Rup, and I've known this closer to 2 decades than I have to 1. And I've always liked this temple. Of all the temples in the Angkor Wat complex, it's this one that's appealed to me. And now I know why. Because a bit like a relationship that we've all been in, it's only when you move away for a while and come back to it and look at it again that you appreciate why you love something so. And this one is because I was so close I couldn't see the woods for the trees. I was so close I couldn't see its enormity. And what it was doing was casting its spell with its might. It is a really impressive temple, and if you come this way, you've got to see this one. But you've got to stand back, because that's what it commands. As always, I ask you to like, subscribe and comment, and if by chance you can just drop, let's say, a petrol into my tank of my motorcycle once a month, just a few dollars, it would be greatly appreciated. This is quite the expensive journey sometimes. I hope you've enjoyed this trip round what is now a much closer friend than he was before. And until next time, I wish you absolutely nothing but the very best. You take good care.